Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There were two types of worlds which were experienced by the disciple and he was so surprised that the world that I have experienced inside the rock and the world that I am experiencing outside the rock, between these two, which is real? Because inside the rock he has seen millions and millions of miles of expanse, many things, many beings, many activities, and inside only one day was passed. But when he came out of that rock, it was millions of years. And what was at the time of entering the rock and what he saw after coming out of the rock was totally different. And therefore, he was so surprised. I don't know what to take as truth. Whether this world should be taken as real that we are experiencing, or the experience that I had experienced inside the rock, that world is real. Therefore, he said, look here, let us go around the rock again. And the circumference on which they walked was hardly a kilometer, but inside it was thousands and miles. Therefore, these two things, which is right and which is wrong, which is real and which is unreal, you cannot come to a conclusion. Because at the time of experiencing, both were equally real. And there cannot be two realities. Reality is only one. And therefore, here the teacher says, Abhavyamanam chaitastu liyate kshanamatrataha tasmat shokam jahi nrupa veksha swapna samam jagat. Therefore, when there is no imagination, no projection, bhavana means the ability to imagine, project and concretize that bhavana. See, this is how the boy and the girl fall in love. They do only bhavana, that she is meant for me, I am meant for her, life will be beautiful. And this bhavana slowly becomes so strong that they cannot imagine that they can live without each other. See? And the other people say, yeah, why are you running after that girl? You will get hundreds of them. Why you worry? You will not understand. I cannot live without her. Before marriage. After marriage, I cannot live with her. Both only bhavanas, only imaginations, only projections. See, friends, once we get this point across in our life, we have understood a lot on spiritual path. Therefore, if we create a bhavana, somebody is our friend, somebody is our enemy, we are responsible and nobody is responsible. Thus, this world will be very clearly recognized as just a dream, just a projection, not otherwise. Now, this is said in Vedanta Shastra, Panchadashi, in different language. It is the same thing. Language use is different. See? One world is created by God. It is called as Ishvara Srishti. In this Ishvara Srishti, there are 5 great elements. Take out that agarbatti and switch it off. Put it upside down. That's good. So, in the God's creation, there are five great elements, the world, the beings, time, space, stars, moons, their movement, everything is there. In that there is no samsara, there is no problem. The second one is Jiva Srishti. One is Isha Srishti, creation by the God, and second is Jiva Srishti, creation by the individuals. Now in this creation by the individuals, all the miseries can be put together and yet they are not enough. And therefore the individuals create more and more of their world. So there is one world of the wife and her relations, another world of the children and their problems, the third world is that of the office and their problem. And thus we keep on living in two worlds. One is God's creation, second is our creation, Jiva Srishti. And for us both of them are equally real. See, you remember the other day I told you one example about that American lady, when she separated and she was miserable. So I told her, you just change your thinking, everything will be sorted out. You are now thinking that you are rejected by your husband and you are left out. On the contrary, you think the other way around. You have kicked him out of your house and you are happy. Just start. Jaki rahi bhavana jaisi. Therefore, the whole world is existing only in our own bhavana. So there the teacher tells the king, look here, I have done the bhavana in this rock that we are going to move only for one day. See? And the concept of time is different from individual to individual, from issue to issue. See? When you go to a new destination, it appears it is very long. See? And when you are coming back, you don't know when you are reaching home. See? When you are not interested and you go for satsang, it appears very long. And when you go on your own choice, oh, ho gaya, so quickly. So long and short, is it a reality? It is only our own mind's projection. Therefore, it is necessary for us to understand Tasmat shokam jahi nrupo veksha swapna samam jagat. Don't give too much importance to this world. It is just like the dream which is appearing. So all your relations who have died and there is nothing, your kingdom has gone. Don't worry. How many dreams we have destroyed so far? Have we ever felt bad about it? You know, when you develop this vision, in every experience you get this message, every experience. One example I'll give you. When you have gone to the seaside, your kids are with you, and Mummy and Papa are going for a walk. Okay, kids, you can play here. What? Going for a walk, going for fighting, sorting out. After separation, who will remain with whom? That was the discussion. And these children, they were enjoying preparing the various castles and roads and the houses and garden, everything out of the sand. And when they come back, parents come back, come on, let's go. That time, the children never leave the things as they are. They say, okay, now come. They come running and jump on that and destroy everything and go away. As much there was joy in creation, so much there is a joy in destruction, because both are only your own mind's creation. See? Once we understand this problem, you see there is no problem. The problem is only the wrong understanding through the mind. Therefore, tasmat shokam jahi nripa veksha swapna samam jagat. Swapna chitra bhitti bhutam swatmanam savidatmakam darpana prathibimbam matva samsthitosi yatha tatha. Therefore, recognize this dream appearing on the mirror of consciousness. See? This one thing you can spend hours together on this. I had done that, therefore I'm telling you. When you are standing in front of the mirror or there are so many things, just study what exactly you are seeing. Instead of that, we take a comb and find out where is the hair to put it in the right place. See? Instead of that, just start observing what exactly is happening. If there is the reflection of fire in the mirror, the reflection does not burn. If the reflection is that of the water, it doesn't make the mirror wet. One way of looking at it. Similarly, this world is seen by us only as a reflection in the mind. If there is no image formed, if there is no reflection happening in the mind, the world does not exist. See? When you have added some data, your hard disk doesn't become heavy. And when you delete it, it doesn't become light. So what is that data? It's a virtual reality. It appears but it is not. Think. In the same manner, this world as husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, friend, enemy, it is this an appearance, it has no existence. See, friends, once you take this view, life is a fun. See? One example, how life becomes a fun by looking at the world. I was once, in Hyderabad, and there were about a dozen kids, and took them, age group 9 to 12. They have still remained gentle, because the moment they become 13, they become abnormal. So 9 to 12. So we went along with them, various rides, that big circle and everything. And then one of them said, "Hey, come on, Swamiji is coming with us everywhere, let us ask him what he wants. We'll do that." So Swamiji, will next ride yours, you choose, we'll go there. Where we were standing, there was one mirror house. I said, "Let's go in the mirror house." "Oh Swami, don't be dumb." I said, "See, you don't go, I have no objection." Then other says, "Did he say any time that this is dumb? He just followed us. This is not the right way, we should go there." Okay, everybody enter. First mirror, you are seen like a tapeworm. And then you start dancing. "Oh, see how funny I look." Then the second mirror, you look like a pumpkin. See? And like that, half a dozen mirror, all abnormal reflections are seen. And the last mirror, your normal self. And when we all came out, then I asked, "Isn't Swami dumb?" "No, Swamiji, we never knew it is such a great fun." Fun of what? You have seen that which doesn't exist. So will we cry ever? That my mirror reflection was very abnormal. No, it's a fun. Exactly the same way. Move in this world. Look at the world as a reflection in the mirror, and also remember, you are that mirror. See, the mirror is not affected by what is reflected inside. How simple it is. Is it not true? What objects we see through the eyes is nothing but reflection on the retina. It is not object. Is only the image. And if image cannot be formed properly, it is not the fault of the object. It is the fault of the media. In the same manner, if we are disgusted, angry, frustrated, see, suppose you are standing on a railway station to catch a train, and you have got lot of luggage and a most irresponsible wife and two uncontrollable children. and you have to look into the luggage and everything. And that time somebody comes and asks you, excuse me, where this train goes? Hey, you are already frustrated with so many things, and somebody comes and asks you, excuse me, do you know meditation? What meditation? Meditation. See, because the mind is disturbed, in the disturbed mind there cannot be a beautiful reflection, is it not? See. Now the most important, this is one way of looking at the mirror and the reflection. The second way is, by these two visions called as Vyatireka and Anvaya, you will be able to get a complete picture. So, no experience can disturb us if we take that experience like an image in the mirror, number one. Now the second view of looking at it. The second view will be possible, only the first is accepted. What is the second view? Second view is the same surface of the mirror has become the space, has become the air, has become the fire, has become the water, has become the earth, has become the living beings, has become the inert objects, has become the modifications, changes, activity, everything. The same surface of the mirror has become everything. See, two visions? Exactly the same way. The vision alone becomes forms and colors. The hearing ability alone becomes all the sounds. The smelling ability alone becomes all the smells in the world. The mind, it has become the vision when it is coming out of the eyes. The same mind has become the hearing ability when it comes out of the ears. See, the electrical energy has become light coming out of the bulb, has become movement coming out of the fan, has become heat coming out of the heater. Will the vision have likes and dislikes or any influence by the objects? See, colors and forms cannot influence the vision because they are nothing but modification of the vision. And therefore, whatever may be the color and the form, vision is not affected. Because the hearing ability alone has become all the sounds. Therefore, the hearing ability has no liking or disliking for any sound. It eliminates every sound equally. See? Similarly, when the mind has itself become the eyes, the ears, the nose, etc., mind has no biasness towards any one of them and none of them can influence the mind. When the eyes become blind, nothing happens to the mind. Mind is as it is. Like ocean has become the waves, therefore waves do not create any burden or bondage for the ocean. The water has become the ocean And therefore, the water doesn't get drowned in the ocean. Where is the world? The world of waves, will it exist for the ocean? It cannot. Because addition of waves is not a burden for the ocean, and quietening of all the waves is not a loss to the ocean. Think. In the same manner, the same conscious reality expressing through the intellect becoming a waker, the same consciousness, Chiti, Tripura Devi, Shakti, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, whatever names you give, the same reality expressing through the mind as a dreamer, the same reality expressing through the ahankar as a deep sleeper, and the same reality expressing through the chitta as samadhista purushaha. It is the same reality. Therefore, this consciousness is not enriched by the waking or the dream experiences. And the consciousness does not lose anything if it is a deep sleep experience. See? The whole thing is like, my tripod with the 3 legs. The 3 legs go inside in a telescopic manner and come out in a telescopic manner. In the same manner, the whole world comes out of the Chiti, the consciousness, the Samvit, and it goes back. You are that baby or a child who is having a chewing gum in the mouth and keep on chewing, and in between, you bring out a bubble gum and again it goes back. You bring it out and again. It's a fun in that. Others may feel disgusted. But the one who is doing is enjoying it in the same manner. For the Paramatma, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam is a fun. See, this is the vision. With this vision, you start leading your life. Then we understand the meaning of Bhagavan Krishna. Name dveshosti na priyaha. Nobody is dear to me. None I do hate. See? Therefore, darpana pratimam matva samstitosi yatha tatha jagatchitra darpanam cha avyamatmanam chidatmakam paramanandita swanta bhavashighram mahipate. Therefore, recognize this picture of the world is painted on you, the mirror called as the conscious existence. This journey is like wave going back to the ocean and ocean going back to the water. See, it is not a journey in time. It's not a journey in space. It is not a journey where you reach. It's not a journey which you begin. It is a journey without going anywhere. Then we understand the prayer. Atma tvam girijamati sahachara prana shariram gruham pujate vishayopapogarachana nidra samadhi sthiti sanchara padayo pradakshana vidhi stotrani sarva giro yad yad karma karomi tat tadakilam shambho tavaradhanam. Then they are not mere words. See? So when we are taking food, it is an offering to the Lord. When we are sleeping, it is going into samadhi. Why? In both the places, samadhi and the sleep, I doesn't exist. So when the I doesn't exist, it is same. But when this is not known, it is called as sleep. When it is recognized, it is called as samadhi. Simply come to discover this truth. Therefore, Jagrat Chitra Darpanam cha iha avveha atmanam chidatmakam. So this waking world is appearing on the mirror of this consciousness. And Paramananda Swantaha Bhava. And then come to discover that you are the source of bliss. Whenever we ride a car, we go away from where we are. In the same manner, whenever we ride the ahankar, we go away from what we are. Therefore, be bekar. Not a Gujarati, 2 cars. Then we'll understand spiritual practice is not doing anything, but it is undoing all what we have been doing. It is not gaining anything, but it is losing everything. It is not attainment. It is not becoming somebody. It is unbecoming. So what will be the meditation? You have done something on your laptop and then you are not satisfied. No. So what do? You don't destroy the laptop. Then Control Z. Undo. That's it. That is what people do. Get married, frustrated, undo. The way you separate, you become divorced, where the husband has gone. I got this very serious problem. Where the husband has gone. He can go somewhere if he is. See, husband is an illusion. It's not a reality. And we become serious about the illusions. Ityakarna. Now we are entering the 14th chapter. Ityakarna munivachaha vicharya shubhaya dhiya jagasthidin swapna samam jnatvam shokam jahudrutam dhairyamalambe nishoko bhuyod apruchen munisutam muniputra mahabuddhe tvam paravara darshanaha. Having heard this from the Muniputra, from his guru, this great king Mahasen, he accepted and realized this world is nothing but just a dream. See, this is another spiritual practice. We do not dream the dream as a dream. During the dream, it is a solid reality. When the dream is over, we say it is a dream, but during the dream it was not a dream, it was a real thing. Swakale satyavat bhati prabodhe sati asad bhavet. When the dream is switched on, it is a solid reality. And when the dream is over, awakened to the waking, then asad bhavet. Exactly the same way, this waking dream will become a dream when we awaken to our essential nature. Be attentive. If somebody is sleeping, you can wake him up. If somebody is not sleeping, you cannot wake him up. See? Our condition is like the second time. We don't want to get out of this sleep. See? So this Mahasen, having heard Jagasstitim Swapna Samam Jnatva, now he accepted, really it's true. There's nothing very serious. See? You just observe this thing in the world. When somebody dies or separation, etc., that particular time the intensity of misery. And as the time passes, the intensity of misery starts becoming lesser and lesser. And a time comes, jo hua, acha hua. Whatever has happened has been good. See? This is all. Therefore, he accepted, yeah, this is just a dream. Unnecessarily I was getting frustrated that my parents have gone, my wife has gone, my kingdom has gone. What was ours in this world that we have lost? Like our Manju, when somebody is chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, his mood comes, switch off. Bhav, tick, bhav kya hai? In the same manner, he decides, I have to do this, I have to do that, it is very important, that is very important, and you take the food and I have to eat. Over. Arre khane to do. See, one accident I saw in USA, it was not a very bad accident. That person driving the car, and he straight away took on the divider and jammed it there. Just slowly, not very fast, just stop. And car was still running. So the police came. They found he was dead. See? No, nothing. See? And how much importance we give to this. Therefore, keep your suitcase packing always. That is what I do every 2-3 days. Pack it and open it, pack it and open it. See? And our problem is, why the world is thinking bad, One person went from Bombay to Delhi in a 5-star hotel. Oh, it was so dirty smell, rotten, rat somewhere. From there he went for the next place to Calcutta. The same type of smell. Oh God, these people, they take money and they got such dirty rooms. Then he went to Chennai, again repeated. And frustrated came back home and told his wife, everywhere I went, the same dirty smell. Wife said, you have nothing except complaining in this world. Go and change yourself. And I'll clean your suitcase, put the things in there. And when she was opening the suitcase and removing the things, The dead rat was in the suitcase. In the same manner, the dead rat is inside. See? And we keep on blaming the world. The world is very dirty smelling. Arey Maharaj. And you know the funny part? Those who put on those dirty socks which are smelling awfully horrible, they don't get the smell. See? Remember there was one news, some actress traveling by flight, her socks were smelling very bad, so the air hostess came and told, please put on your socks and put on your shoes. Then only the smell remains inside. Otherwise it is spreading all over and it is controlled environment. Therefore, Jagasthidhim swapnabhamam jnatva shokam jaho drutam. He gave up all the misery, frustration, depression. See friends, spiritual life is this. All other things are ठीक है, करते रहो, keep on doing, घंटी बजाते रहो. It's okay, time pass हो जाता है. But that is not the truth. See this our, what is this book? Tripura Rahasya. This is Jnana Kanda. Earlier is Upasana Kanda. And the summary of the Upasana Kanda is when Parshuramji was frustrated and then he was told that you are the truth, he didn't accept. How can I be the truth? A frustrated person cannot accept that he is the divine. See? It is something like, a person who has divorcee cannot accept that there is happiness in marriage. Very frustrated. Therefore, I don't think you know it properly. Tell me some good teacher. So you go for guru shopping and you come across Bhagavan Dattatreya, guru of guru. And what he did? Do upasana. Ghanti bajate raho. For how many days? 1 day, 2 days? For 12 years he did it. And one day it clicked in his head. Hey man, this stone I only kept. Don't we do that? See, the other day I went to one, this lane in Jaipur for purchasing Dattatreya Bhagavan for Swamiji. So when I went there, one person came from the shop. Maharaj ji, aiye, please come, please come. So I went inside. Why object? He said, I know you are a Krishna devotee. I said, oh, do you know? Yes. How do you know? No, this particular Krishna, he came in my dream last night and he told me that tomorrow such and such Mahatma will come. Give me to him. I am meant for him. I said, thank you. For you, it is only 21,000 rupees. I said, he came in my dream also. And he told me that this fellow will ask for 21,000. Don't give him more than 21 rupees. See? And thereafter, we bargain with great difficulty and bring it at home and put him on the altar. And they say, hey Bhagavan, I have purchased a lottery ticket. I should get $10 million. If I get it, $1 I will give you. Bhagavan says, you bargained my value and such a cheap God cannot give you millions of dollars. See, friends. Therefore, after having done this upasana, one becomes introvert and inquiry kindles. Kastvam koham kutamayataha kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya Sarvam asaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. See, friends. Thereafter, this Jnana Kanda began. And in this Jnana Kanda, what is said, various Akhyayika stories and all that, because it cannot be told like this, the truth is like this or like that. Itham, idam, you cannot say. See? So various stories are presented, and through those stories, the truth is indicated and it is revealed to the seeker when the seeker disappears. See? Therefore, this Mahasain, having recognized this world as a dream, Shokam Jaho, he has given up all the misconceptions and Dhrutam instantaneously. It doesn't take any time. See, friends. How do we do this? By only one simple technique. And that technique is remain in the utter present. Mind doesn't want to die. So the food of the mind is past memories and future worries. Past memories we talk to the people, and future worries we talk to ourselves. Now stop these two things. Don't talk to anybody about your past and don't ask anybody about their past. See? And stop talking to yourself. Mind will disappear. When mind disappears, you transcend time. Living beyond the time is living in the utter present. Like the other day I told you, with only one flower there cannot be a garland. In the same manner, with only today there cannot be any personality. There is only life. There is no jiva or the soul. See? And this is the way Shokam Jaho Dhrutam. He instantaneously gave up all the miseries that he was experiencing. Dhairyamalamya nishokaha bhuyaha apruchan mune sutam muniputra mahabuddhe tvam paravara darshanaha. After having recognized this, then he gathered his wits and dhairyamalamya, and with great courage. Now he is no more crying. See? This is another important thing to observe. Normally we don't have questions, we have complaints. Children ask good, intelligent questions. Elderly people have intelligent complaints. See? Other people's wives are so good. Why my wife is like that? Complain. See? Therefore stop complaining. You will remain with yourself. So, Dhairyamalamya, having gathered courage, Nishokaha, without any doubt, again he inquired, Apruchan Munehe Sutam, to that Muniputra he asked, Hey Muniputra, hey Mahabuddhe, O great wise person, you know both the manifest and the unmanifest, you know beyond the cause and effect, you know everything. तथा अपि अविदितं कश्चिन् मे मन्ये स्यादिति लेशतः पृच्छामि यदहं तन्मे कृपया वक्तुमर्हसि भावना प्रभवं ह्येतत् सर्वं ददसि तत्कथं मया भूयो भाविते च न बहि सर्वथा भवेत्. He said, I want to ask you one particular thing, that I think I have understood what you have said. Therefore, I also did the bhavana. Like you say, you did the bhavana and created the whole world in the rock. I also do the bhavana, but nothing happens. See? Our question is like this, No, I have understood I am not the body, but What next then? We have not understood. See, it is not the words, it is the meaning of the words that we have to understand. See, when we say that I am not this mic, what exactly it means? See the burden of this statement. The attributes of the mic are not my attributes. Therefore, when this machine is hanging on this and machine is moving, so I don't feel the machine is moving. I am not that. See? Once we were in Goa, we had a very nice retreat and we went to the sea and sat in that boat, and when we went, very nice, rowing and going like this. And when we came back, we had to leave the boat in the sea and slowly walked away. And when we came on the beach ground, I kept doing like this. So one says, Swamiji, why are you doing like this thing? Come on, yeah, don't you see that boat, it's also doing like this thing? He said, Swamiji, what happened to you? I said, no, nothing happened. See, the boat is moving. When we were sitting in the boat, we were also moving, you know. So why should poor boat move alone? So I am giving her company. See? When you are out of the boat, will the attributes of the boat disturb you? If you say that I understood, I am not the body, then everything in relation to the body should not disturb us. But if it is disturbing and we say, then I have understood, what understanding it is? See? Therefore here the student says, what you said I understood, but you know, after that I also did the bhavana. Bhavana prabhavam hi etat sarvam vadasi tat katham. You say everything is only the projection of the mind. How it is possible? Because maya bhuyo bhavitecha nahi vahi sarvasa bhaven. I also imagine, let there be sun and the sun is born. Nothing happens. See, in the Genesis first chapter, it comes. Let there be earth, earth is there. Let there be trees, trees are there. Let there be fish, fish are there. And on the seventh day, let there be sun. But without the sun, their days cannot happen. So bhavana, if it is not fructifying, and you say it is only on the strength of bhavana, everything is happening, how can I accept this? Because I also tried, but my bhavana was not fructifying. Therefore, why this is so? त्वया तु भावना सिद्ध्या शैललोकः प्रकल्पितः अथापि देशः कालश्च युगपद् विविधः कथम्. And you have done the bhavana and you have created the big world inside the rock, and therefore there are two types of places now. One place, space is inside the rock, other space is where you and me are standing. Inside the rock, in your world, there was a different time scale, and outside there is a different time scale. So how can there be two spaces, two times? Because space and time, they are not two, they are only one. Unless you go to America, you travel, start your journey at 7 o'clock from the east coast and reach the middle of the America again at 7 o'clock. So 3 hours you travel, and your watch shows that you have not traveled anything. So where the time has gone? Therefore, please tell me how there are two types of places and two types of time. Tatra asatim anyatarat katamam tanmairiam iti prushto sunisutaha pravaktum upachakrame. Therefore, either there both of them should be unreal, but both cannot be real. So what is that which is real? Which time is real? Whether the time of one day in that rock world was real, or the time of millions years have passed in this world that is real, kindly tell me that. I am getting terribly frustrated. So, the Muniputra Pravaktum Upachakrame, he started. Sankalpo bhavana prokta siddha siddheti sadvidha siddhi vikalpa sambhedaha avikalpastva ekanishtite. Sankalpo bhavana prokta. Now be attentive. What is the meaning of bhavana? Bhavana means mind has two aspects. One aspect is perception. If there is no mind behind the sense organs, there is no knowledge taking place. Like, I am talking for last 51 minutes. How many minutes you have heard me? Huh? Even this is not heard. Because the mind has already gone somewhere. See? So the mind has to be behind the sense organs, then only the knowledge takes place. So this is one aspect of the mind. Mind helps us in knowing the world. Now the second aspect of the mind is, after knowing the things, mind doesn't keep quiet. The mind starts projecting. That projection is called as sankalpa. Kalpam is kalpana, imagination, projection. See? How the projection? One useless boy goes to a garden. Only useless people can go to garden. Yesterday we went. So we go to garden. And it's not only the boy who is only useless. Girls are never behind, They are not lagging behind. Useless girls are equally there, Equality. So one girl goes there. Now when two useless people come, they start projecting. Why on earth this very moment she has to come to this? There must be some divine providence that we meet here. The mind starts projecting. And then when he is looking at, suddenly from nowhere, one Gabbar Singh comes, or Eve teaser. And he comes and he starts teasing that girl. And then here, hero Amitabh Bachchan. All starts. And then he gets a hit exactly here only. I don't know why. If you see all the Hindi movies, when they get a hit, they get here. I also have one. It's very hit. So they get the hit over here. And then she immediately tears her sari because she was not putting on pant. And then ties like Sai Baba. Now the mind starts projecting. See? There has to be some relation in the past. And afterwards, this bhavana, this sankalpa, starts becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Then he goes and tells, Mummy, I want to get married to her. Mummy says, don't ever talk about getting married to her. She is not from our community. Our Gotra is not there. She doesn't have this in life. If you want to get married to her, you will have to walk on my dead body. Then the son says, Mom, then I will become old because you are not going to die quickly. All projections by the mind. It has no value. See? Therefore, this is a very simple thing. Any experience you go through once, don't repeat it. It doesn't create impression on your mind. See? Then our mind is like a mirror. Mirror reflects everything, retains nothing. This is one sadhana I have been doing in my life, I tell you. Therefore, I never forget to forget people. Sometimes I feel very awkward. Then anyway, I should not tell, but I am telling. So to hide my ignorance, what I do, I address people respectfully. Mahatma Ji, come. So I don't have to remember his name. Whatever he may be, how does it matter? And he also feels glorified. See, Swamiji is so great. He called me Mahatma. Everybody calls me dumb. He is the only one who has recognized me. But the truth is, I have forgotten him totally. Keep your hard disk empty. You will have no problem. So, Sankalpo Bhavana Prokta. And this Bhavana or the Sankalpa is of two types. Siddha and Asiddha iti sadvidha. There are two types of Sankalpa or Bhavana, which are Siddha means what is said, it happens. And the second is what is said never happens. We fall in the second category. So be attentive. How this is possible? For the wise people, why it is not possible to us? See? Now be attentive. The mind expresses as thoughts or sankalpa, and the thoughts and sankalpa express as sound or the speech. So parashruti gochara, what is heard by others, it is called as Vaikhari Vani. I am talking to you by Vaikhari Vani. In this Vaikhari Vani, the object and the sound or the word indicating the object, they are separate from each other. Like the book is the word and what is in my hand is the object indicated by the word book. So we are functioning at Vaikhari level. Vaikhari level is activated in the waking state. Then little subtle expression of the same mind and sankalpa is at the Madhyama level, Madhyama Vani, where both the object and the sound or the word indicating the object, both of them are of the nature of only thought. So we only imagine, now when I will go to the airport, I have to do this thing, I hope, my weight is more, but somehow we'll have to try this thing, that thing. Now you are sitting here, airport is created in the mind, and then that lady is created in front of you, and she is fighting with you, and no. Everything is only thoughts. Mental, khayali pulao. Then, still deeper, we go to the Pashyanti Vani level. In Pashyanti Vani, the words and the object, or the sankalpa or the thought and the object, they are not yet differentiated. They are one. All the great masters, they live in Pashyanti Vani. Living in the Pashyanti Vani means the mind is not yet differentiated into the dichotomy of aham and idam, I versus you. This is the Pashyanti Vani. And at this stage, because the thought and the object are not differentiated, when the thought is erupted, object is along with that like an attachment to your email. See? Like if I pull one leg of this tripod, other two will automatically be pulled. In Pashyanti Vani, the sankalpa or the thought and the object, they are not yet differentiated. Those who are living at this Pashyanti Vani and whatever they say, it happens. This is called as Siddha Bhavana. Siddha. Siddha means, this is a word used in Bengali also. When the rice is properly cooked, They call it Siddha Bhat. When the rice is not properly cooked, like they do for the pulao, inside there is hardness still left. But if the rice is properly cooked, you just press it and it is absolutely homogeneous. The shape again you cannot reconstruct. In the same manner, when the bhavana or the sankalpa has become siddha, whatever is said, it happens. All the great masters who have the siddhis, they have come to this stage. See? But subsequently they will again tell that a wise man should never get entangled into these siddhis. Otherwise, the shopping center will begin. Come here, lagao ghanta, dakshina, you will be blessed with the children and the children will make you miserable. Next. See, therefore, this is one siddha. And what is asiddha bhavana? Asiddha means we say but nothing happens. We are very sincere but nothing happens. An example will make it clear. Once, one mother took her child to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and said, "Sir, he is eating a lot of sweets, his teeth are getting completely bad, but he doesn't listen, he keeps on eating. Why don't you tell him he will listen?" He doesn't listen to me. And then he said, "Okay, bring him next Sunday." Like that 3-4 Sundays go, and 5th Sunday he tells the child, "Don't eat sweet." And the child agrees, "Okay, I will not eat." So simple. Now the mother becomes little disturbed. If you have to simply tell this thing, why didn't you tell on the first day itself? You made me come 5 times. Then the great master tells, before I tell the child, don't eat sweets, I myself must abstain from eating sweets at least for 1 week. Then only my words will carry meaning. Why the parents are not accepted by the children, they don't listen to them? Because they know their reality. See, they are not functioning from the Pashyanti Vani, only at a superficial level. And therefore, their words are not respected by themselves. How can others respect? See friend, this is one of the most subtle, important spiritual practice. Respect your knowledge in your own life. If you have decided to get up early morning at 5 o'clock, may what happen, you get up at 5 o'clock. Afterwards you may again sleep, doesn't matter, but get up at 5 o'clock. Respect your knowledge. When your knowledge is anger is bad for spiritual practice, refuse to become angry. Practice that. When the knowledge is practiced in our life, then alone that knowledge becomes a strong sankalpa. Then it is possible. Therefore, bhavana, sankalpo bhavana prokta siddha asiddha iti sa siddha siddhi vikalpa sambhedaha avikalpastu ekanishthite. Now what is the siddha and asiddha? That bhavana where there is no doubt left is siddha, is firm. See, we ourselves have doubt whether this will happen or not. When we have doubt, that means a thought with a doubt does not have the inner strength. See, one day one person asked me this question, "Swamiji, when we ask you sometimes, suddenly you tell us, no question, no argument, and then you tell." So because you say in such a manner that we are afraid to tell you, but now I am not asking you, I just want to inquire, why you insist no question and no discussion? I said, this is the reason. Whenever any sankalpa is creating any kind of contradiction, even in the form of a doubt, that sankalpa is nullified. See, therefore, Upanishad says, Mundaka Upanishad, Tasmad Yarchayet Bhuti Kamaha Atpajnam. So those who are abiding in the truth, when you go to the teacher, don't go on arguing. Just accept what is told. You will see the things will happen. But when we create all kinds of options, sankalpa, vikalpa, sandeha, then the mind becomes shattered totally. And why the sankalpa, vikalpa come in the mind? Because the mind doesn't want to die. Who wants to die? And therefore all kinds of imaginations. See? Like we hear the story in the lives of many masters, like Padmapadacharya, one of the disciples of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. He was on the other side of the river bank, and when he called, he did not think that whether he can walk on the water or not. My guru called, I had to run, and he started running, and below his feet the Padma, the lotus leaf started appearing, and he crossed. These are not jadoo. See, friends, because he had no doubt whatsoever. Another recent example was in the life of Tulsidas Ji Maharaj. When two thieves came and they say, the police is after us, please protect us. So Tulsidas Ji said, okay, he wrote on the paper, Sri Rama, he said, hold it in your hand and run over the river. You will go, don't worry. And they held it, that paper, and ran over the river, thieves, and went that side. Those days there was no bridge. They crossed the Ganges. Then they say, Are, something great has happened. How it can happen? Question, doubt, sankalpa, vikalpa came. Then they opened. Oh, it was Rama written. Okay, now let us try. Let us try. And they do. See the importance? Therefore, the sankalpa shakti is of two types, siddha and asiddha. Any thought associated with doubt and suspicion is the way that it weakened and the strength is lost. Brahma bhavanaya pasya jatam jagadidam nanu etat sarvai satya rupam bhavitam sudrudatataha. Now hereafter he tells that look at the world as Paramatma. See? Brahma Bhavanaya. And this is what Upanishad says, the first line. Ishamasya sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Start only bhavana. That whosoever comes in our life is none other than my Krishna Kanhaiya. Start. It will start happening. See, don't have doubt. He is looking after us 24/7. We have doubt about Him. See? Move with that confidence. He is taking care. Every event that happens in our life, good or bad, is for our evolution. Don't complain even to Him. See? Then our sankalpa becomes strong. Because there are no offshoots of possibilities. It is the firm abidance in this understanding. So, Brahma Sankalpanaya Pasya Jatam Jagadidam Nanu Etat Sarvaihi Satyarupam Bhavitam Sudrudatvataha. Instead of looking at the world as Paramatma, we are looking at the Paramatma as the world. See the fun. Look at the Paramatma as the world and look at the world as a Paramatma. What a difference it will be. When we look at the Paramatma as a world, we will like to enjoy, do bhoga. But when we look at the world as a Paramatma, then we will not have the bhoga attitude. See, friends. Therefore, if we can practice this, yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadhayaha. And when we say see God in everything and being, doesn't mean Where is your Murli? It is not a meaning. He alone comes in any form, like in our own house. Suppose I sit on dining table in my house with a bathing suit. Who can object? I will do anything, it's my house. Or I go to bed in a wedding suit. Who can object? It's my house. In the same manner, Lord can come in His creation in any form. There cannot be an objection. And in this manner, when we start this practice, Ishavasya sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. See the word yat kincha, whatever it may be. Ishavasya. It is the divine grace only. Whether event, people, success, failure, everything is nothing but the presence of the divinity. Now when this is practiced, then what will happen? Immediate effect. Tena tyaktena bhunjita. Then you will give up the indulgence attitude towards the world. Bhunjita atmanam palayetha. And then you will be focused on the divine that you are. See? Papi sarvatra papam ashankate. There is a saying. A sinful person sees bad things only outside because what is inside that only comes outside. When Inara's old father, he went to USA. Both of them used to go for work, so they used to say, Papa, we live in a shop mall, you spend time, take money, and we come in the evening. Whole day, what will you do at home? So they used to leave. And when this old man first time gone to USA, nothing to do, so he was talking to somebody. See these two boys, how they are walking and all that. So that person says, they are not boys, one is boy, one is girl, they are brother and sister. They always play like that. So this old man said, how do you know they are brother and sister? Are you their father? No, I am their mother. You can't help such people. Why not we see something good, insist for that? The life will be extremely beautiful. See? Another thing, one child asked me this question. Swamiji, you people tell you should think good and you are also doing prayer. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kashchid dukkha bhag bhavet. But everywhere there is misery. Everywhere there is a disease. So your prayer is meaningless. I said, you are right. Then why do you do the prayers? I said, okay. When I say something good, where is the effect? Effect is on me or on others. When I eat food, whose hunger is satiated? My hunger is satiated. When I think good, I am benefited. See, sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. When this thought comes, whether others become happy or not doesn't matter. At least I remain cheerful and happy. Can a miserable person say, sabka satyanas ho jaye? A miserable person cannot think that let there be good for everybody. In this manner, when you become subjective in your understanding, then the sankalpa will become siddha. So, eta sarvai satya rupam bhavitam sudrudatvatah tatha swasankalpa bhave nasti kasyapi bhavana vikalpa sambhedaha eshaha asiddha tasmad vibhavana. Therefore, we have only by the sankalpa, by the strength of the thoughts that this world is real and therefore this world has become real. Actually, this world is nothing but Paramatma. Like colors and forms are nothing but the vision. Vision is nothing but the mind. Mind is nothing but the consciousness. See how simple it is. In the same manner, This world is nothing but Paramatma. Tena tyaktena munjita. Indulgent activities will disappear. Atmanam palayata, abiding in yourself. Ma grudaha kasya siddhanam, there cannot be any hoarding attitude. Two things we suffer in life. One is possessiveness of things. Second is relationship with beings. These things and beings, they create these two bondages on us. See the dog lovers. They think they love dog, but they love only their dog. And that dog also loves only them. Baki, wow, wow. Is it love? See, friends. Therefore, break the barrier of these wrong thoughts and come to discover the divinity that you are. Now, if we have made this world real only because of our bhavana or our own sankalpa vikalpa, we have to break it. Nobody can do it for us. And how this sankalpa bhavana can be made strong? So the teacher tells here, भावनयाः सिद्धिरत्र बहुधा संस्थिता भवेत् जन्मना मणिना तद्वद् औषधेन च योगतः तपसा मंत्र सिद्ध्या च वरेण च भवेत् नृपः जन्मना ब्रह्मणः सा वै मणिना यक्ष रक्षसाम् औषधेन तु देवानां योगिनां योगतो भवेत् तपसा तापसानां च मांत्रिकाणां तु तंत्र मंत्रतः. So the siddhis are attained by various different ways. Brahmaji has got the siddhi only by the birth itself, and Mani, these yaksha and rakshasas, they put on the various kinds of, diamonds, etc., stones because of that. Then the third type of siddhis is attained by the people by taking the various kinds of medicines such as gods. The yogis attain siddhi by the yoga abhyas. Tapasvi attain siddhi by the tapasya, and mantrikas, they attain siddhi by various mantras, and by the grace of the God like Vishwakarma, they have attained different siddhis. Therefore, sankalpa should be such that I am doing the sankalpa, even should not happen. See? Meaning, go back to Pandadashi. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya dheyamevavashishyate. When meditation and meditator disappear, Paramatma remains. In the same manner, I am doing the sankalpa. If the I is associated with the sankalpa, then according to the definition of I, the sankalpa will have meaning. See? If there is no association of I with the sankalpa, then the things are totally different. Therefore, such a sankalpa alone becomes sthira, alone becomes firm. And therefore, my sankalpa could create this world, but your sankalpa could not create anything. The remaining portion we will try to see in tomorrow's concluding session. Tomorrow's concluding session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.